Hello, I'm Rod Glazier. Everybody calls me Rod Man. I'm going to demonstrate some plein air painting on clapboard white. As per the two demos I saw by Charles Ewing, and I just kind of took what he did and doing my own thing with it. I had found a picture, saw a picture on Facebook. I contacted the photographer and asked him if I could borrow this for this demo. It's going to be loosely based on this. I've been telling everybody about this, and I consider it to be no fear painting, no fear work, because anything I put on there I can take off. Alright, and what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to sketch. I'm just going to sketch with the, and I just had Mary print this off a little bit ago. It's not like I've been scanning this or you know, studying this. I'm just going to pretend that I walked up to this site and just going to start touching the board. It's a matter of just putting something on there, and then I'm going to try to make it look better.
Start with your darkest darks first, or does it matter?
No, I'm just kind of, I ain't looking at the darks there. You can probably tell, but I'm just kind of getting them. Just
putting ink on the board.
I'm just putting the ink on the board, just kind of, and I can adjust any of this that I want to adjust. This is basically the underpainting.
Rod, I might have missed it if you said it before, but do you start with a dry board or a wet board?
A mistake of mine was, I remembered Charlie starting, I thought he dampened the board a little bit, and then I checked with him and he does not, so I steered John a little wrong on that, or a lot wrong on that. And I think he thought it was a malicious act.
What difference would it make to have a wet board?
It just seemed like, yeah, it just seemed like you couldn't get the, you put ink on and it would just like, almost like disappear. You just kept touching the board and nothing was happening. And,
now obviously that's diluted black ink, how much is the dilution?
oh my gosh, way down. I mean, it's, and a good way to check it is, and Charlie recommended Viva paper towel because there's no pattern. There's no pattern to the paper towel. And you can touch that as you're working. You can kind of, before you touch the board, you can kind of see about what you're going to get when you touch the board. This is just sketching. All right, you kind of see the waterfall is going to go in here. I think I'm pretty close enough here that it's going to be okay. You know, and painting all this nature stuff, it's pretty flexible. All right. This is only my 8th time, I think, doing this, painting like this, and I've never painted like this. I've always done my pinstriping and airbrushing, and everything was all up here, and I gotta tell you, I'm really enjoying it. All right.
You start pretty light, you just build your colors, right?
I just did that to I'm basically, instead of, the first couple that I did, I took vine charcoal, and I sketched with the vine charcoal, and then I thought, it's so loose that, you know, if this thing doesn't come through here just the way I want it, I can move it over, you know. The other thing is, another method I tried was I put a very light coat of ink on the whole thing. I basically just took a paper towel with a little heavily diluted ink, and I just kind of smeared the board, and I sketched with the fiberglass tool. That worked a little bit better when I was doing a structure like a railroad trestle, where I had some pretty straight lines and mechanical you know, hard lines, where this was so loose.
Are you talking to people as well?
Sure, if you want. Yeah, I'll try to throw them in there. And that'll give it some scale. I mean, at this point here, you don't know if this thing is 3 foot tall or 35 feet tall. So that will help the design, I think. And yeah, we'll try to throw them in there if you'd like.
It's like putting a cottage in now. Happy New Cottage.
And all this little muddled messes, it just becomes part of this rock structure. And I'm not going to try to duplicate every one of these little cracks and seams and stuff. I'm just going to try to get the impression and the feel of the thing. And it's subject to change. And it seems like the more of this stuff that you do in here, the better those rocks appear at least to my eye.
But you can use a liner brush or something to put a lot of those cracks and stuff in, if you want it.
But what I do is, so far what I've found is I can do a pretty thin line with this wide brush, or I can go the other way, and it's pretty versatile, really. And I'll try to field any questions. All right, I think the design, the basic layout of the thing is there. I'm gonna find a little, and I just mixed up a bunch of these, and as I'm working, I'll figure out which ones are the right value. That
You're getting ready to do a step darker, or using the same value on top to make it darker?
I'm going to use a little darker ink, a little less diluted ink to start. What I said was, in my mind, I just thought, okay, this little shape here, that's close enough. The waterfall's in about the right spot. I'm going to have room for my little people down here. This little curve here that would probably help someone recognize this, from the photo. And I have no idea where this was taken. I saw it and asked if I could use it. And it goes through a really ugly stage, but it's not to worry. I'm going to look for some little heavier here.
On your past pieces, around how long do you spend on an average piece?
I would say 6 to 8 hours, 4 to 8 hours. And I thought about trying to go a little, for the sake of time, trying to do a little bit smaller one, but I'm not sure it would be any faster. I think it would just be smaller. If I'm
What size board is it? What size board is it, right?
16 by 20.
What ink are you using now? What ink are you using?
It's Higgins.
Higgins. I didn't know you could buy them all, sorry.
That's from Costco.
Yeah, I think that's a old bottle of ink.
I know Charles uses a speed.
Is it India?
Yeah, it's India ink, yes.
You tried a sepia?
Pardon me?
Have you tried a sepia picture?
No, I have not. I got kind of frustrated with the sepia thing. I picked up doing an ampersand piece, and I thought I had the repair black, and I had the sepia, and it wouldn't treat me good.
I find that sepia a little too golden red. The ampersand kind of have to, if you want a true sepia, you tone it down